Watch to the end of today's video for an exciting announcement.
Welcome to GOS Media. I'm James Frost. In a small Italian village, there lived a greedy moneylender who was callous and cruel. Not one single person in the village respected or appreciated the man, and he certainly did not have any friends. However, if money was his first love, being alone was his greatest hatred. He knew he would never find a mate through usual and customary means. So he hatched a diabolical ploy to land a wife. A drought had landed on the village, and most people were now indebted to the moneylender, including an old farmer who had a beautiful unmarried daughter. Every time the farmer would encounter the moneylender, he would convince him that for the sake of his daughter, he should take out another loan. For you see, everyone in the village knew that the daughter was the most important thing to the farmer, and he loved her very much. He would do anything to protect his daughter and to ensure that she had food and shelter. One morning, the conniving creditor showed up at the farmer's door demanding full payment for what he owed. The farmer pled with the man and asked for more time. Enraged, he told the farmer that if he did not pay by the end of the day, he was going to put him in debtor's prison. As evening approached, the moneylender gathered the entire village into the town square, and the distraught farmer entered the square with his daughter, prepared to turn himself in. Just before handcuffs were put on the farmer, the wicked creditor interrupted the process and announced that there might be another solution. He told the crowd that because he was a fair and honest man, he was willing to let fate decide the farmer's outcome. Now, the ground in the village was covered with black and white pebbles to keep down the dust when wagons drove through town. The moneylender picked up a black and white pebble, and he said he would drop them into a sack. The farmer would then reach in and pull out one of the pebbles. If it was a white pebble, he would forgive the father's debt and never bother the family again. If, however, he pulled out the black pebble, the father would go to debtor's prison, and his daughter would be given to the creditor as his bride. The entire village was aghast. None more so than the farmer and his daughter. The farmer vehemently rejected the preposterous wager and demanded to be immediately arrested. With tears in her eyes, his daughter pled with her father to accept the proposition, for if he was ever put in prison, she would surely die of a broken heart. Not giving the father time to respond, the daughter said to the moneylender that she accepted the wager, but she must be allowed to draw out the pebble. Glee crossed the man's face as he knew he would soon have a wife to expel the loneliness from his life, regardless if she loved him or not. The tension was palpable as the man pulled an empty bag from his pocket and showed it to the crowd. Just as he was about to drop the black and white pebbles into the sack, the daughter saw the man palm the white pebble, then drop 2 black pebbles into the bag. Horror gripped the daughter. If she snatched the sack and revealed that the moneylender was a cheat, her father would certainly be thrown into prison. If she did nothing, she would have to marry the ogre of a man standing before her. So, with a trembling hand, she reached into the bag. Pulling out a pebble, she allowed her trembling hand to drop it on the ground, and now it blended in with all the other pebbles. A gasp slipped from everyone's lips. Now what would they do? Caught completely off guard, the ruthless creditor hurriedly composed himself and said they would have to do it again with 2 more pebbles. Before everyone agreed, the beautiful daughter quieted the crowd and told them that there was no need to draw again, for inside the sack was the pebble she did not draw, and thus, whatever color it was, she must have drawn the opposite one. Everyone in the crowd agreed and demanded to see the pebble that remained in the bag. Angry and defeated, the moneylender pulled the black pebble from the sack, and the entire village sprang into cheering. The farmer was set free, his debt wiped away, and his daughter remained by his side. To celebrate, the village decided to hold a feast, complete with singing and dancing. Everyone turned out, except for one, the disgruntled moneylender once again sat alone in his dark cottage, cursing the loneliness that he vehemently hated. Oh, what a wicked web we weave when we weave to deceive. And so it is for our cruel moneylender who used deception to try and trap a wife. Unfortunately for the moneylender, he failed to remember that fate will not be tempted, causing him to fall victim to today's grain of sugar. You can meet your destiny on the very road you took to avoid it. Do you know somebody who has met their fate on the very road they took to avoid it? Or maybe you were the one that was on a collision course with fate. If it's not too painful, let us hear about it in the comments below. On behalf of GOS Media, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy our videos, then please like, subscribe, and share with others. If you want to support our work, then become a colony member by joining us on Patreon or pick up some merch from our website. Links are pinned below. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Grains of Sugar. I've been your host, James Frost.
Hello, Colony. I'm Mike Diaz. At the end of our Christmas special last December, we asked if you guys wanted to see more specials. Well, you spoke, we heard. It is with excitement that we are pleased to announce that every Saturday between February 7th until March 7th, we will post a musical presentation in honor of Black History Month. So set your calendar now, and don't forget to turn on reminders. Go ahead. What? We meant set your calendar now, as in right now. Go on, pause the video. We'll wait. Great. More than just set your calendar and turn on reminders, be sure to invite family and friends to tune in for this musical treat and celebration. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for staying around to hear this special announcement. Signing off on behalf of Grains of Sugar, I'm Mike Diaz.